Have you ever worked on a cake for a client and then they're like, oh well, I didn't like this, so I'm not gonna pay for it.
Yeah, how much are revisions?
Like, have you ever dealt with those type of clients?
Oh yes.
Don't have to name anybody. Call anybody out. I got their address right here.
If you want to know,
Sarah, Amanda.
right?
So
I'm
John
looking at
Doe.
you, Ashley. No, so when I first started making cakes, I actually had someone that they were like, no, do whatever you want for the wedding cake, right? And it's a wedding cake.
Oh my God.
And I
She
was
said,
just
do
like,
whatever you
she was
want?
like, yeah, do whatever. I trust you. And this is like my mom's coworker, I think. And this is like when I first started, like barely like my first couple months into this. And I was like, I had this vision of what I wanted to do. And it was like a 2-tier cake with like flowers and like whatever, some scroll work. And she sees it and she's like, it's not what I wanted. And I'm like, you didn't tell me anything. Like, how would I know what you wanted when you didn't tell me what you wanted, right? And she's just like not happy. And I started crying, like not in front of her, like I pulled off to the side, 16-year-old me starts crying because I'm just like, I was so heartbroken. I really worked really hard and I stayed up all night and I thought it was like really pretty. And she was like, it's not what I wanted. It wasn't the color scheme I wanted. And I'm like, you gave me no color scheme, no design, no nothing. Like, how would I have known? So after that, like every time someone ordered a cake, I was like, what do you want? And I'm like, this is a sketch and I need a picture or something. And I'm like, I needed to have like, this is going to be exactly what you wanted. And like, I'd go over every single detail. And I'm like, we're going to get this down because I'm not having that ever happen again. So that was one instant. And then having someone come and like not want to pay for the cake, I had that happen as well. And that one was tricky because it was not the person who ordered that came, it was like the friends came and they looked at it and they're like, this isn't what we wanted. I'm like, it's not your cake, it's your friend, this is what they wanted. And they were trying to leave without paying for the cake. And I'm looking at them like, I will smash the cake into the floor before I let you walk out with it. Like, no, you're paying me or you get no cake. And they were adamant and they were like, no, we want this. And I'm alone and I'm just like, great.
Wait, they were trying to leave with the cake?
They're trying to leave with the cake. They were like, we're not going to pay for it. We don't like it and we don't want to pay for it, but we're going to take it. And I'm like, that doesn't quite add up in my head.
Yeah, it's straight. So roundhouse kick that cake out there.
I was like, I'm gonna be like, poop, my bad.
Sometimes I wonder about people's logic. Like, how does that work?
No, and so like I standed my ground and I was like, I'm not giving this to you. I'm not gonna do it. So they just like sat there talking back and forth, and eventually I was just like, you want me to fix something? You want me to change something? So they like they wasted like an hour of my time just standing there in front of them. They were like, well, can you make the butterfly bigger or whatever? So I did. They watched me do it and they're like, are you nervous? And I'm like, I don't get nervous if people watching me. It doesn't bother me. It just annoys me because like you're breathing in my space.
Yeah, it feels kind of like they're micromanaging you too.
And I'm just like, cool, stand there and watch. But no, so then I did fix it and then they gave me the money and they left and I was like, never again. So now it's like every order has to be fully paid in advance before anything. Like you're not gonna be like, can I pay the day of? No, you're paying me ahead of time.
So do you do half deposit or you do full deposit all the way?
No, so it's 50% deposit to hold the date, and we call it a retainer because if it's a deposit, essentially they can get it back. And a retainer, it's like I'm retaining that money because you took my time and you took my like all of my resources and everything. So I take 50% retainer to hold the date. And then 2 weeks before the event, everything has to be fully paid off. So if you don't pay it, then I just cancel your order and I keep the money that you put down. And
then you do a video of you throwing the cake out the window.
Well, I'm not gonna make the cake.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pay for it. Why would I make it?
She'll just keep
I keep the retainer. Yeah, essentially.
That's how you know I'm trash.
I'm at a point now where it's like, unless it's a big company that we work for, like I want to get paid the full amount.
Yes.
Way before.
You have to, because that's how you avoid getting scammed. Because there's people that be like, oh well, like I'll just pay you like once you get here, and then you get there and like, well I don't have cash, and can I pay you next week? And I'm like, no. Ooh. So I had someone try to do that, and like
you should reverse it. Like, can I give you the cake next week?
Right? I would try to do that, but no. Like I delivered the cake, and I'm like, I have to charge for delivery, and they're like, well, yeah, just drop the cake off, and I'll give you the money. I'm like, how are you gonna give me the money if you're not here? So I stood in this party, like I knew nobody, and I was just like, just waiting around.
That's
and
so
they're like,
awkward,
you can leave
though.
the cake here. I was like, no, I'm gonna wait for my money. And the girl's like, well, I'm 20 minutes out. I was like, then I'll wait 20 minutes. And I just sat there waiting, and she finally gets there, and I was like, I want my money. And so no, like I really waited because I was like, people try to think that they're gonna gyp you, and it's like, no, it's not how. I'm not gonna wait around for that. So it's like, I need to get paid ahead of time, and if you want delivery, like I send invoices now, and I'm like, you pay this invoice. If it's not paid, you get nothing. And so I have a terms and contracts too that they sign. So I was like, yeah,
you gotta take care of yourself. Yeah.